Hey, Commanders, tonight we are in for a treat. This is the 20th Dropzone Commander Battle Report that we recorded in just over a year. We've got Bob, Ian, Germany, Jordan, and myself at the table. Tonight we're going to play a round of Survey and Control. So, Bob, Ian, and I will be playing 1,500 point list against Jeremy and Jordan, who will be playing 2,000 and 2,500 respectively. It's UCN and Resistance versus all of the aliens. And it's going to be a mess, but it's going to be fun. We'll be back with half of the video in Army lists. Forcing Jeremy to play the UCM so I can play the PHR.
Actually, I volunteered to play them. So that
you did. You did. That's because you're a hell of a guy. I don't care what anyone says about you and your 40K habits. We still like you. Command Squad. He's got a Phoenix level 3, 2 Praetorians and a Raven, 3 Praetorian Snipers and a Raven.
40,000 habits is a lot to have.
Armored Fist. We've got 6 Katana rolling on and then a Ferrum in support. First Legionnaire Corps. We've got 2 of these that are almost identical. We've got 2 Legionnaires, or 3 Legionnaires, and 2 flak teams, and a bear, and a condor. The one squad has a second bear, or a third bear, with a mortar team in it, and the other has... No, I'm sorry, I'm screwing this all up. God, Jeremy, I'm ruining your list. Let's start that Legionnaire squad over. You got 2 Legionnaire, or 3 Legionnaires in a bear, 2 flak team in a bear, sharing a condor, a mortar team in a bear, and 2 falcons because you're running a battle size list, so you can get 4 in that group. The second Legionnaire Corps is 3 Legionnaire and a bear, 2 Legionnaire and a flak team, or 2 Legionnaire flak teams in a bear, sharing a condor, and an eagle. Whew. That one has missile pods.
Yes.
All right, man. Ooh, gonna get this figured out. Okay. Special Ordnance. We have got 2 Gladius and a Condor with missile pods. We have got a Broadsword and a Condor with missile pods. And an Air Wing, we've got a Seraphim Retaliator. You're rocking a 2,000 point list. Bob, quit complaining. This is the Resistance. This is what you get. They're all dead. It doesn't matter.
He gets into those after
okay.
reports and the audio.
So Warlord HQ, an Alexander? You brought an Alexander just for me? We have an Alexander along with a Thunderstorm Custom.
With Retinue.
With Retinue. Jordan's playing a 2,500 point list, by the way.
I'm sure gonna blow up all this shit.
Bob wants to kill all of this stuff. Vehicle detachment, we're looking at 3 gun wagons and a Kraken and a trio of Typhoons. Ew. Second vehicle detachment, we're looking at 3 more gun wagons driving on with 6 storm wagons.
Also driving on.
This is the first time I'm seeing this list. Resistance Band, we're looking at 4 occupation veterans and 4 resistance fighters and 2 battle buses, both armed with machine guns.
Yep, both AA.
Okay. Also 4 berserkers.
With the Skull Taker.
With a Skull Taker. Oh, God, I hate you. Infiltrators, we've got 3 free riders and a couple of sappers infiltrating.
Yes.
Rusted Fist, we're looking at 4 Hannibals, both on Lift Hawks with AA, and then a pair of Zhukovs on a Lift Hawk. And we've got a Fast Striker squad with the J19 Hellhog, but we're rocking the Foley model, aren't we?
We are. It's so much cooler.
It is so much cooler. Alright, Commanders, tonight I'm playing Post-Human Republic. So, in my Hand of the Sphere, I've got a level 3 Hera with a Guardian and 2 Apollo A's. My Battle Pantheon, I have a walk-on Phobos with 2 Apollo B walking on behind it. First Immortal Squad, they're both identical. I have 2 Immortals in a Triton with 2 Helios. I'll just go over here where the shadow's not on that one. And then in my Heavy Pantheon, I have 2 Odin and 2 Enyo sharing a Nord. Finally, in my Pegasus squad, I have 2 Tritons, 1 carrying 2 Sirens, 1's carrying 2 Valkyries. Alright, Bob Shautari Tribes. His gate group, he's running 3 Edens, 2 Spirits, and 3 Havens. Court of the Elders, he's rolling in an Ocelot and 2 firstborns. Where are your firstborns at?
They're way back
They're
here.
hiding back here. And a coyote, who's right there. There she is. Okay, sword point. 3 kukri, 2 tarantulas over here. Warrior clan, 2 braves and 2 braves. Another warrior clan, and we've got 4 pungari and a fire drake. There's the fire drake. And then the war fist, a jaguar and a dream snare. Dream snare. And a second war fist with an individual jag. Level 1 commander, right?
Yeah, whatever the standard.
No commander is. Okay, so Ian decided to finally show up for a game. He's bringing his oppressors. He's got a level 3 oppressor. And he's carrying 3 reapers and a marauder. And 8 prowlers and a pair of intruders in that squad. He's got a vanguard with 6 hunters and 2 marauders and 3 reapers. And then he's got 1 warrior squad with 3 aged ones and 3 warriors and 2 invaders and a marauder. And a duplicate of that the next over. Only 4 squads, huh?
Yeah.
4 groups. Ballsy.
That's all I got.
Stupid. Ballsy.
The 6 squad was, I don't have it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
Manias.
All right, so we are playing Surveying Control on a 6x4 board. We have got 15 intel points. Difference between Recon and Surveying Control is on the roll of a 6. It does not become an objective. It becomes a focal point. In addition, if you roll a 1, instead of taking the hit and no points, you still gain a victory point, but you still also take damage, a d6 damage to the base, if I remember correctly. I'll find out soon enough, because I'll roll a bunch of 1s. Right? Did you watch the last battle report Bob and I played?
No, I didn't.
Don't, unless you want to see Bob embarrass me.
Oh,
Booby
then I
trapped
need to watch it.
5 ones. That man rolled 5 ones.
5.
Almost in a row.
That's impressive.
No, it's not. All right, we'll be back after turn 1. That is it for turn 1. A lot of deployment, a little bit of death. We had a structure back here full of pungari that was obliterated by the vicious resistance. Some damage put on some various buildings. Some sappers moved out of the large structure. Really, that's it. Turn 1 deployment. Jeremy. Jeremy's testing out environmental rules by causing an earthquake. We'll be back for turn 2. Turn 2, over. Thunderstorm, dead. One-shotted by my command squad.
Well,
I'm just going to hang on that for a few, because that pretty much was the game for me.
7-shotted, 1 activation.
It was amazing. A lot's happened, though. Most of the Scourge force has been wiped out, but only after destroying the Broadsword and the Eagle. And the UCM and Resistance got a little annoyed about that and have been pummeling on him. A little bit of damage inflicted on the Typhoons hiding here. A lot of infantry death. We had a building collapse back here. The Enyo and the Nord put 19 damage on this structure full of Praetorians, and then the Coyote on the backboard sidestepped and put the last point of damage into that, toppling it down on top of all those poor Praetorian heads. We had a squad of 3 stands of aged ones in this structure get invaded by 4 stands of berserkers, and to everyone's surprise, 2 stands of berserkers got taken out by 11 aged ones. The aged ones are dead, but the Braves are the firstborn and the Sirens in there should finish taking care of that situation next turn. Anything I missed, guys?
3 focal points.
3. Ian
The giant.
has turned 3 intel points into focal points.
That fight hasn't happened yet, though.
Giant melee.
But
It's good, but since it's only turn 2, there's a lot of opportunity for demo to take care of those structures.
I'm running out of men to hold.
Yeah. Ian's running out of men.
It's raining men.
Running out of jellyfish host. Alright, well, we'll be back after turn 3, hopefully in less than 2 hours. Well, it's kind of lame for Battle Report 20 to come to an end after 3 turns, but Battle Report 20 is going to come to an end after 3 turns. Just some seriously overwhelming losses on humanity's side over here. They look demoralized. The Thunderstorm was popped turn 2, and most of the Warlords with Tenyu in it went with it. Turn 3.
So was this turn 2.
Oh yeah, the Broadsword got popped turn 2. The Eagle got popped turn 2. Scourge ran straight up the board on this backside here and just laid into all the heavy that the UCM had brought. My command team got the Thunderstorm out of the way. Turn 3, I popped a Kraken with 2 battle buses in it, and I took out an entire bus full of occupation veterans, and all of the veterans died in the crash. So it's so much died so quick that, and then the push that we got up board on our side was just, I think we've all agreed, pretty much insurmountable at this point. So we did play at Jordan's tonight. Jordan's been working on some custom terrain printing. We didn't bring a lot in the scatter terrain department because, you know, Jordan's lazy. Jordan, I tell you, host us and you came and have scatter terrain.
I have to give a mention to these are terrain 3D files that were made available for the game CAV by Reaper, which is the same scale, but I kind of giant sized them.
Yeah, Jordan's been working with his 3D printer. He was working overtime for a while. There's a few more buildings that just aren't painted that we've got. Am I taking some of those home tonight to start spraying?
If you want.
I am happy to help with the terrain selection.
No.
All right, well, we'll wrap this up. We didn't even end up totaling the score. I think it was, with the 3 focal points, 2, 4, 6, 5, 11 to 4
He was coming on this round.
is what we're looking at for the final.
This next activation.
Yeah, it was a good time. We'll fire up the after action report while we get the table cleared. I think there'll be a lot to talk about there. So pop on over and check that out. There should be a link in the upper corner to it. And thanks for watching, guys.